Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to another session of your Class 11th Entrepreneurship. We have been seeing about attitudes and the various sources of attitudes. So now we are going to see about the essential attitudes of an entrepreneur. So what are all the very important attitudes an entrepreneur should have? Yes, so as a human being, we have been seeing about the positive attitude, negative attitude, how are we developing the attitude, how it affects the behavior, all these things we have seen. So now we are seeing about the essential attitudes from the point of view of business. Yes, from business point of view, what are all the attitudes should an entrepreneur have? We are going to see about that. So the first and foremost attitude is having passion for business. So it is not that I was forced to start the business, I am doing this business, it is like a 10 to 5 job for me. I'll come, I'll sit, I'll just watch all what others are doing, I'll sign 4 papers, I'll leave. No, that is not the passion for this business. Yes, so any business activity that when an entrepreneur starts, yes, he should start loving his business, he should happily enter into the business, and that is how he will be successful in the business also. So, work should be fun. One's passion will help to overcome difficult moments and will persuade people to work for you and want to do business with you. Passion can't be taught. When it wanes, as it surely will in difficult times, take some quiet time. Whether it be an hour or a week, take inventory of all the reasons one started the business and why one likes being one's own boss. That should renew one's passion. So, it is not that just I started a business, I am running the business, I am forced to do this. No, that is not passion. Right? So, when we feel very down about business activity or when we face consequently some losses or any challenges repeatedly when we are facing, what should we do? We should just take some time, we should sit back and we should start thinking, why did I start this business? What made me start this business? What is my goal in this business? What should I do maybe after 5 or 10 years? Where should I be? That we should have in mind. So when all these questions come in our mind, definitely the answer for that will again improve the passion in ourselves, right? Then set an example of trustworthiness, right? So when a customer goes and buys a product, okay, people always look for the quality because they pay their hard-earned money. Yes, so they always expect value for the money they pay. So, when they are satisfied with the quality of the product, they will definitely trust that product. Even when that particular businessman launches a new product, right? So, even that also, no, this manufacturer always gives a good product, I will buy from him. That trustworthiness we should yearn from the consumers. That will create a very big impact in the business, right? So here people have confidence in trustworthy individuals and want to work for them in a culture of integrity. The same is true for customers. So even if it is going to be an employee, right? So let us take the situation of this corona. Many companies we have seen that they have sent out many of their employees. There are institutions that they still have their employees and somehow they manage to pay their salaries. So now what would be the mindset of those employees? Yes, even during this tough time, my company has paid me my salary, which means that I should work honestly for my company. That will be the attitude of an employee. The same way when we are satisfying our customers who comes for our product, yes, they will definitely not go to the other product when they start believing us, when they start having trust on us, definitely they will not move to another product. They will blindly believe us when they get trust on us. Next, be flexible except with core values. It is a fact that one's plans and strategies will change as time goes on. This flexibility for rapid change is an inherent advantage of small over large business. However, no matter what the pressure for immediate profits, do not compromise on core values, right? So, the plans and strategies will change. So, maybe the way we get into the production, yes, the production method which we are using, it may be outdated. Yes, it could be old thing. So, we may not be able to meet the expectations of the market. At that point of time, we should be able to adapt ourselves to the change that has to take place. Yes, so change keeps on happening in the market environment, and where we should adapt ourselves to that change and we should be the change. That is the main role of an entrepreneur. So, the plans and the strategies which we use also should change periodically according to the demand in the market. So, as the market requires the updated technology, the same way the business should also adapt itself. Yes, but whatever change in the plans and strategies, that can be done, but no compromise on core values. Yes, so for increasing my sales, I can adapt any plan or strategy, but there is some core value that I will not do this kind of business, I will not get into any illegal business. So when that is the core value, that should never be compromised for any reasons. Then do not let fear of failure hold one back. So this is fear of failure. This is not even failure. This is just a fear about failure. Failure is an opportunity to learn. All things being equal, venture capitalists would rather invest money in an individual who tried and failed founding a company than in someone who never tried. So, see, each and every business has its own pros and cons. Yes, where there is higher chances of profit, definitely there would be higher chances of loss also. On that case, we should not just sit back. We should not think that, yes, I am going to incur this loss. The loss will happen, I will not try. No, we cannot sit like that. So, only when we try, the venture capitalist, we know that they are the people who are ready to just invest their money for the profit which they are going to earn, right? So when we are running out of capital, we are going to approach these people. On that situation, when we at least have tried something earlier, but that turned out to be a failure, they would at least think, okay, they would even suggest us. Yes, so that is where they will invest. But to a new person who have not even tried once, will anybody be ready to invest? No, right? So just thinking about the failure, just thinking about the loss, we cannot sit back. Yes, if I proceed this business, I will incur loss, so I will not do business. Yes, okay, you need not do the business, but again you are not going to be an entrepreneur then. You are not going to get any profit then. Yes, without incurring a loss, definitely a profit cannot be earned, right? Then, make timely decisions. It's okay to use one's intuition. Planning and thought are good, but procrastination leads one to miss opportunities. So, it is not that always we can sit and plan everything and we will decide things, right? So at times there may be a situation that we have to decide very immediately. Some emergency sort of situation, we cannot just think. That is impossible. So on that situation, we have to take some decision. Yes. So when we just keep on thinking, yes, what happens? a decision that would have worked out. Because of the delay, it may not work out. We say a proverb in English, right? Make hay while sun shines. In Tamil we say, Kan ketta piragu Surya Namaskaram. What does it mean? Any decision or any work that has to be done on time, it should be done on time. When it is delayed, there is no use of it. So the timely decision is really important. And then the major company asset is oneself. So you are the first asset for your own enterprise. If you are not well, your business is not going to be successful. You should be fit enough, you should be strong enough, you should be bold enough to face all the challenges, and when you are strong enough physically as well as mentally, you will be able to run your business successfully. So here one should take care of oneself. One's health is more valuable than the most expensive machinery or computer software for the company. Maybe you would have purchased a world-class machinery for your company. Maybe you are using the extremely advanced technology in your company. You may use, but above all these, your health is very important. One doesn't have to choose between one's family or company, play or work. Maintain one's own health for balance and energy, which will in turn enhance one's outlook. Then keep one's ego under control. So don't take profits and spend them on expensive toys to impress others. Build a war chest for unexpected needs or opportunities. This also means hearing out new ideas and suggestions, no matter how crazy they sound. So when we are earning a highest profit for a year, it is not required that we have to immediately spend them. Don't take profits and spend them on expensive toys. So it is not mandatory that we have to immediately spend it. Yes, we should save some amount for war chest. War chest is nothing but an emergency situation. So what could be the emergency situation in terms of business? It could be a fire accident where the entire stock would have lost. Before we get the claim from the insurance company, of course we would have insured, but then before getting that, we need some money to at least manage things immediately. So for that, we should always have some money, right? So the entire profit should not be wasted anywhere, right? Just to show that I have earned profit, that show off should not be there, because that is definitely not going to help a business, right? And build a war chest for unexpected needs or opportunities. So this also means hearing out new ideas and suggestions, no matter how crazy they sound. So we should often listen from people. We should get reviews of our products. We should keep on checking with the consumers that what is their idea about a new product which we are going to launch. Or if we have already launched a product, what is the feedback from the consumers? Is the product satisfying them or not? All these things we should repeatedly get the feedback from the consumers, and that is where we can be successful, right? Then believe in oneself. One needs to believe in one's own self in one's company, and that one will be successful. One's confidence is contagious to one's employees, customers, stakeholders, suppliers, and everyone deals with. So contagious is nothing but easily spread, right? So when a person is very confident about what he is doing, what the output is being there, right? So there that confidence, yes, he is very confident, so I will also buy that product with the same confidence. That is where that confidence within a person can easily be spread around the people to him. Okay, so the people around him can easily get infected with that confidence. So that confidence will help in improving the business to the next level. Then encourage and accept criticism graciously, admitting one's mistakes. So this should be a very important attitude each and every human should have, and of course an entrepreneur should also have. What is it? Accept criticism graciously. So if there is going to be a defect on our part, and when someone points it out, we should not take it that who are you to point out on me. That should not be the attitude. We should be, yes, okay, tell me what should I correct. So we should be ready to listen the criticisms. We should be able to take the criticisms graciously. With the great acceptance, we should take it. And then admitting one's mistakes. So not that loss will occur to the enterprise because of others, while profit is being earned because of the hard work of the entrepreneur. Why can't a loss happen because of a carelessness or a small mistake done by an entrepreneur? When an entrepreneur is solely responsible for the profit, and again he is solely responsible for the loss. Yes, so that mistake has to be admitted by the entrepreneur. So that is again a very important attitude. So one needs to constantly work on convincing one's employees that it's okay, even necessary to state that their honest opinions, even if conflicts with the boss opinion. So we should assure our employees that it is not mandatory that only my decision will be correct always. So whenever if I am going to say something wrong, you can correct me. I am giving you that right. That has to be made sure by the entrepreneur, right? Not always boss is correct. Boss may also go wrong, because boss is after all a human being. So that is where we should give that privilege to the employees, that whenever I go wrong, kindly correct me. We have to give that privilege. Then just stating it once or putting it in a mission statement persuade or convince most people. So when we say this once to our employees, yes, please, I have given you all these stuffs, I have given you this plan. If you find anything difficult or if you find any mistake in this, kindly tell me. When we ask this at least once, okay, that will create a great impact in their mindset. Yes, so that is how the encouragement and acceptance of criticism is very important. And maintain a strong work ethic. Once employees will follow the lead, it will also help one beat one's competition by outworking them, particularly when the product or service is very similar. So usually the employees will follow their boss, right? So as the entrepreneurs say, as the entrepreneur gives the plan, the employees are working based on that. So when that goes properly, okay, so when we follow the rules and regulations in a proper way, the ethics of the work is being followed, then definitely the employees will also follow, and that will end in beating the competitor in the market, right? So we can easily beat our competitor in the market, and especially in the products which are very close to each other, right? Then rebound quickly from setback. So as I said earlier, loss will definitely occur in business. It is not that we should just sit back and cry or feel sad about the loss. No, that is not the way we come out of the loss. We should next think, how are we going to build up this loss? How are we going to come out of this problem? How are we going to settle this situation? And then How are we going to get back to our old place? All these things, just bouncing back, we use this term bouncing back. So that, how are we going to do? That has to be done in a proper way. So that attitude, what's next, that should be always in the mind. There surely will be plenty of ups and downs as one builds up the business. So as one starts the business, as a person starts a business, definitely ups and downs will be there. 1 month will be profitable, the other month will be zero profit, third month it may even be a loss. But just wait, fourth month you are going to get more profit. So we should just hold on there. Learn from the setbacks and move on. So all we have to do from the loss is, so when first month we have earned 10,000 rupees profit, second month zero profit, what mistake I did? I should sit and analyze. Third month loss, what blunder did I do? Check. Then only we will understand what are all the mistakes we are doing. Before learning the do's of the business, we should learn the don'ts of the business. So that is where we can be successful. And most importantly, one cannot change the past. So the loss occurred is, yes, it is occurred. We cannot change it. So again, how are we going to make it a double profit? That is how we should calculate. Then periodically getting out of one's comfort zone to pursue something important. Many times one feels uncomfortable while implementing a needed change in technology, people, mission, competing, etc. For the company and one to grow personally, one sometimes has to step out of one's comfort zone. So previously, some years back, some 40-50 years back, I'll tell you, in banks, okay, so the records were maintained, the banking transaction records were maintained in huge registers, right? So people were sitting and writing, the bank staff will sit and write each and every transaction on the register, and at the end of the day they will tally with the receipts and the payments they have made. This is how the transactions were going on, and then the banking system reformed and they introduced a system. Many people were not comfortable. Even today when you go to banks where there are senior most staff, yes, you just watch them, they will find it really difficult to just move their mouse itself. That is because they find it difficult to adapt themselves to the technology. That should not be there in case of an entrepreneur. So the comfort zone, maybe they are used to that registers. Yes, while they were working with the registers, they would have told that, oh, huge register, I have to sit with this all the day, this is difficult for me, I need a computer. They would have thought that way. But once the computer was introduced, their mindset would have been like, no, the register itself was better. Yes, this is difficult for me to use the computer, keyboard, mouse, everything I find it difficult. So that is not my comfort zone. That would be the mindset. We should always be ready to come out of the comfort zone once in a while, right? So any zone which is uncomfortable for the few days, okay, for the beginning period, definitely that would be our comfort zone one fine day. Yes, so today just imagine, first we were using button phones, and at that time that was comfortable for us. But today if someone gives us a button phone, will we be able to handle it easily? Definitely not, because we are used to the touch screen nowadays. So this is how, but in the beginning the touch screen was not comfortable for us because we were used to press the buttons. Yes, and all of a sudden we have to just use it like a feather touch way. So that was difficult for us, that was not comfortable for us. But then as we were getting used to it, we started being comfortable with that technology. So this happens only when new technology is being imposed. So whenever a new technology is being implemented, definitely that is always out of comfort zone only. It is not under the comfort zone for anybody. But When we are able to come out of our comfort zone to this, definitely we would be able to adapt ourselves on this zone also, right? So all these are the important attitudes an entrepreneur should have. So see you in the next session with the next topic about motivation and the theories of motivation. Thank you. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.